Here's another scary story that happened in our family. My dad grew up in a really old farmhouse. This farmhouse was built in the 1800s. Throughout his childhood, he would hear creaks, he would hear the house settling, they would hear footsteps, bumps in the night. My dad would chalk it up to, well, the house is really old, it's gonna make a lot of noise, and there's a lot of people that live here. He had 3 older sisters, and he was living with his grandma and grandpa who raised him. So it could be any number of people making those footsteps. Well, one night, the entire family was sitting in the living room watching the television. My dad decided to go upstairs to his room. He went up the stairs and got to the first landing, and there's a window there, and he kind of stopped to look out the window and overlook the farm as he always did as he went up the stairs. As he was looking out into the night, he turned to go up the stairs, and that's when he heard something. Something whispered his name. My dad's name was Harold, but everyone called him Harry. So at first when he heard Harry, he thought it was one of his siblings. He thought, one of them is up here and they're playing a prank on me. So he goes back downstairs into the living room and he double checks and he sees that all of his sisters are in the living room, as are the grandparents. No one is up there. No one. My dad laughed it off with everybody. He thought he was hearing shit. So he goes back to the stairs and he goes back up to the landing. Just like before, the moment he turns to face that staircase, he hears his name again. Harry. My dad went, nope. Immediately dipped. He refused to go up there until everybody else was going to bed. Can't believe the man still slept in his bed. I would have been downstairs for probably the rest of my time living in that house. He did tell me he didn't go up there at night for a long time, not alone anyway, and only would go up during the day if he had to go up by himself. Which I don't blame him, but it does make you feel kind of creeped out when you look at the house your entire childhood like I did. We were never allowed inside because it was almost in shambles, but I would always look through the windows and it was just so eerie. I've had relatives that died in that house, so it could have been the spirit of one of them calling to him, or it might not have been. What do you guys think it was? What might have been calling to my dad, and why did it know to use his nickname?